And I think we're on. Are we on?
Hi! Hi, we're Troy and Dina decorating date night. We're so excited to be with you. Our friends Jennifer and Corey have finished the work and about a year later. So if you want to go back, by the way, to decoratingdatenight.com, you can click on season 1, episode 6. This is season 2, episode 5.
So they had a whole bunch of things. There were some color changes, some paint. I'm trying to think what else was being changed.
Yeah, well, basically what we did was we transformed their country living space and they decided to go more towards contemporary style. Hi, Hillary. Oh my goodness, those boys of yours are adorable. I just want to kiss their faces. I need to come meet your second born. I can't believe you had another baby and I didn't even get to see you in between. But anyway, kiss them for me. It's Hillary.
So we're gonna start driving, right?
Yeah.
All right. She says, "Miss you too much."
Aw.
Or I miss you much. Mucho.
Okay,
there we
so
go.
we definitely need to get together. So we're gonna
hello.
do that.
And she says, "Ha ha, OMG, hi Troy." Well, I'm pretty cool, but OMG is a little bit much. Mucho. And then somebody else who is Catherine says,
"Hey, Catherine, how are you? Good to see you."
It looks like she waved.
Waving. All right, we're driving now.
Here we go.
I'll let Troy pay attention.
So we're driving down the road. We're gonna be at their house here in just a minute.
Corey and Jennifer, we're coming.
Here we come.
We're a little early.
It's a nice
Sorry,
neighborhood.
guys.
People take them to walk with a dog.
Boy, did we get blessed with great weather tonight. We've done
Taking
some
little
decorating
walks.
date nights where it's been downpours and it's like,
So I'm curious to see what they actually did, because some of the recommendations that we made while we were in the house were pretty dramatic.
Pretty outrageous.
Using some black and very dark backsplash stuff and things like that, if I remember correctly.
The color of my shirt might give away one of the colors that we chose.
It's a Christmas theme.
No, it's not.
It's never too early to start thinking about Christmas.
Yes, that's true.
All right, so let me see how I flip this around
I wonder
again.
if I'm going to block anybody in. Maybe I should park on the street.
Let's see, some others hellos are on here. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, let's do that
Before we jump in there.
Yeah,
All right, so Hillary said, "Love you guys." Okay, Jennifer's on. She's watching. She knows we're coming.
That's good.
Kathy Wild is watching.
Hi, Kathy.
And Jennifer Rosenberger.
Yes. Oh, that's
Rosenberger
Mrs.
High.
High. That's Ty's.
Oh.
Yeah, Mrs. High.
Hillary loves the color. It's vibrant like you.
Wait till you see inside. You're gonna love it, Hillary.
Corey's also on, so we have Jennifer and Corey watching.
This is so much fun. You're gonna love the colors. Honestly, I am so excited to see this in person.
Oh, I'm not the one driving. She says, "Drive, Troy. No reading and driving."
No,
Dina's
that's
the one
me.
driving.
And I'm parked now, so we're good.
And Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
Eek, no Christmas yet. Marco is watching.
Hi, Marco.
And Hillary can't wait to see. So here we go.
Awesome. All right.
We can't wait to see either.
Yay! This
Okay,
is
cool. Here we go.
All right, why am I singing like that? I feel like Julia Child. I'll stop that, don't worry.
All right.
Oh!
What do you think that was?
Oh, no. Some guy jumping out from the car who was going to hurt me. I'll wallop you with my purse. Oh, goodness gracious.
All right.
All right. Ooh, pretty rose bushes.
Wow, they're tall.
They are really tall.
Those are like 8-foot rose bushes.
Hi, Puppy. Hi.
Hello. You're out there talking up the green. I'm like, I hope it's not morning here.
Hello.
Come on in.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so first of all, we'll talk about how this is.
Do anything.
Oh, there we go. Hi. How are you? Good to see you.
Hey, how are you?
see
Good
you.
to see you.
Wow, look at this.
Have you adjusted from being back from the beach?
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, and I have to say, so Jennifer and Corey are friends of ours, and our daughters are friends, and our daughters happen to be in Dewey Beach for the bachelorette party, and I'm not too bitter that we weren't invited. Not too bitter. They called this afternoon when I was on the air, and requested a song.
Oh.
You weren't allowed to go, but your wallet was.
Yes.
Yes. Why is that always the case? after September 28th, the
You're
wallet
free
is
woman.
cut off.
Cut off. Yeah.
We're gonna have so much more extra spending money. I'm so excited. Yeah. So our daughter's getting married September 28th, and today is their bachelorette
Bachelorette
party,
party.
which Jennifer and Corey's daughter is the maid of honor, and so she planned the whole thing. It's a getaway, and I don't want to know.
Times have changed.
Times have way changed.
Yes.
I didn't
Okay.
even have a bachelorette party. Okay, I'm done being bitter.
So, what did we change here?
Nothing
we
here.
changed
Nothing.
Nothing
Nothing.
here. Nothing
All
here.
right, so
This is all what it was.
I should have watched the last episode.
I think our plan
to
is
refresh my memory.
probably the next
Yes,
thing
and
would
pink
be.
hair.
Yeah. To bring the same flooring
Yeah, 'cause
straight.
we
Well, I
did-
don't know if it'd be the same, but we might
yeah, because we did talk about stuff.
Yeah.
in this
recolor
space.
this somehow or restain it or
Right,
something.
right.
That's probably. I think that would probably be the next thing.
And you were gonna go,
Painting out here.
and you were
Oh,
gonna go
and-
dark,
and
right,
paint.
on the
I don't
floor.
know, you said white, I think, or
You
light.
you
but
said to do the opposite of this, more of a
Last
light with
time.
dark. That's
Yes,
dark with
you
light,
could.
and this would be like a lighter with dark in it.
Or the other thing you could do is just dark and solid,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
which would also be
Be nice.
very chic and very. Since you're going more contemporary, that's now that I'm seeing this down, I'm thinking we should probably go with the other stuff that's done. Since you have the darker accents, bring that darker accents down on the floor.
You get rid of, you know, like this was all the
Right.
Could build this.
This
colors. Yeah.
would be awesome black.
Yeah, to do it differently.
Oh,
How
yeah.
hard would that be?
Not hard at all.
Paint.
Paint
Paint
it,
or stain?
absolutely. You can just paint it.
Yeah.
Get a really
Yeah.
dark Java gel, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know if they have an ebony. There's this great product called Java Gel, and it's a paint-on stain, but it's really thick and it adheres, and it also has a built-in, like a satin finish. It's amazing, and I've used it everywhere in my house. I love it.
Well,
Java
yeah,
gel,
if
yeah.
Dina uses it, we have to
It's
use it.
so good, and I think they probably have an ebony color. You'll see if maybe they do. I used a kind of a coffee mocha, like a really dark coffee color, which I like. But for your purposes, I think like an ebony would be gorgeous. But I'm thinking now like just a darker,
Okay.
solid, because that would be less work too.
Yeah.
Way less
Well,
work.
you know, in time, so.
Way less work. Okay, so
All right.
oh, this is well. I'll wait till we get in there.
All
I just got you a little just because
Oh,
it
you did.
matched.
Oh,
It's
God.
just cute.
Oh. Speaking of the devil, Abby joined.
Oh.
They must not be too busy.
Not yet.
They're rage
They're.
And Kanzi Lucy Myers.
Hi, Concy. How are you? Oh, this is gorgeous.
And
Oh my gosh! I love this.
So we painted these walls in here the color that you recommended.
Yes, the green, which we were like,
Picked
that's
up.
going to make a statement, but it is stunning.
That picks up the color
It
and,
does. It is totally stunning.
and we did the
We did the
ceilings. It's a nice
ceilings.
white. The
I love
ceilings
it.
always help.
I love it.
And I made those pillows. See?
Beautiful.
Look at fabric.
Wow. And you got new furniture.
We did get
Just
we
got
did
that.
just
So
got-
that's our question. So.
This is old
No,
furniture.
this
I was
chair.
like, this is
No.
old.
This chair's old,
Yeah.
but
This
the
was in the basement, no?
for
yeah.
a while.
Yeah,
Yes, it's
okay.
made its rounds.
Okay.
but the couch is new
I love it.
and the
Oh,
beanbag.
that's
I love it.
okay.
You don't even need this.
No, I know that's what we can't decide if we
No.
want just extra seating.
Oh, I gotcha.
That's all. But no, I know it doesn't necessarily.
Well, visually it blocks you coming in. It creates
Yes,
like a.
yes.
Oh, we
Stop.
don't want you to come into the to the.
Well, we
to
don't.
the family
No.
room. Get out!
Okay.
This is so beautiful.
Yeah, if you're in the need of a sectional, Costco is that not like?
Yeah, that-
Love
such a
Costco for
good price.
furniture.
Yeah, such a good
And the other tip with Costco is you can return it.
Well, that's the
The
biggest
only
thing.
place that you can return furniture.
Yeah.
The only place Sam's Club didn't let you do
Because-
that.
because-
Costco does.
This has the motorized.
Yes.
I wasn't happy. I didn't
Recliners?
really want the motorized
I'm the
because
same
it,
way.
You know, and I'm
It's
figuring
stuff that you can break.
this is going to
Yeah.
go bad after a while,
Right.
and so I was worried about
Yeah.
the
Right.
Warranty.
The mechanics of it.
and
Yeah.
the guy told us you can bring it back anytime for any reason.
I gotta
no,
tell
let
you.
me ask you again.
Yes.
What's the warranty on? He says you heard me.
I gotta tell you something. We had bought our washing machine and dryer there. Now I had my washing machine for probably 3 to 4 years. Well, the whole drum came
Right.
loose.
Oh.
Like whoa, whoa, whoa! I was like, what is going on? Things were spinning out of control, and literally the drum came loose. So I called Costco and I said, hey, blah blah blah. Explain the situation because bring it back. He said, now, we would like for you to buy the replacement one here, but you're not obligated. We'll give you a full refund. They looked it up on the membership, saw what I paid for it, gave me cash. So I
Holy
walked
cow.
around with $700 in cash. I'm like, oh,
That could be dangerous in Costco.
I know. And I got a new one. And no questions asked. I didn't even have to prove it. You know what I mean? Like they didn't want it back. They were like, just dump it. You know, it's okay.
I was like,
We can see it on your thing. So yeah, Costco is the bomb. And for furniture, they're great. Other thing, there's 2 times a year when they get their furniture, July and January.
Right, and that's how it
Oh,
gets.
is that right?
It was
Yep.
going off the
Yep.
shelf in
Yes.
July when we were
Yes.
there. I was like, oh my gosh,
Yes.
everybody's buying this.
So this is amazing.
But our question is because that's brown. Now I don't know if we like messed
This
up
is
by
brown?
adding
Yes,
yes,
it's a
more
brown.
colors. So
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta tell you,
it's dark, but you can't really.
it honestly, maybe in the daylight it's different. It looks like it's exactly that color.
Yeah, it's a little.
I gotta tell you,
Okay.
it does not look brown. Now that I'm on top of it, I see the brown.
Right.
But because everything else around it is the charcoal,
It kinda.
it really does work. Now, are you not liking it? Is that why you're
Well,
asking?
I think
or-
that if we had, they didn't have color choices. This is
That's
it.
what you got.
Got
And
it.
so, if we had had a color choice, I might have gone for like a more of
charcoal
a tan,
gray,
well,
yeah.
a tan or a gray or something like
gotcha,
that.
Gotcha.
But they didn't have that, so it was
Sure.
like, I still loved it and it's comfortable and everything. And so, I'm wondering, does it decide to not go with the black in here? And,
It's fine.
That's what we're trying to say. So we changed something else up. Obviously,
Because
that's
I'm planning on replacing this table
Uh-huh.
and this table.
That's
good.
I'm probably gonna make tables myself
Perfect.
and
Okay.
try to decide what color I should make them. And this may go away someday and just get
Gotcha.
replaced with a simpler TV stand
Sure.
to sort of open up the more
Sure.
wall space.
Yes.
Because we don't really.
Yeah, you don't need
This
all
is
of
kind
that.
of old.
Right.
So I'm trying to decide that piece, this piece, and this piece someday
Uh-huh.
in the future. Like, what color scheme should
You're
I use?
keeping your
for?
dining room table,
Well,
right?
Well,
That's the
why
next.
you-
So
Okay.
let's give you the next question too.
That's good.
is-
See, because I'm trying to
Yes.
so
visually
you
connect
can
everything.
Show them the table. The table
So,
here.
This needs to be, yeah.
Look how old this table is. I mean, it's a great table, but it's
Uh-huh. Yeah, I
the
gotcha.
finish
It
is.
needs to be refinished.
So I'm going to refinish it
Perfect.
and paint it.
Perfect. Okay.
But the question is to redo it in a wood stain, paint it like. We really like the idea where you've seen like the white bottom part and then a color on the top.
Okay.
Question is what color?
Okay.
Um,
Well, I'm looking at your curtains because that's what I like
Yeah.
to bring all the colors in. I would do those colors right there. So whatever colors you want to pick. If you want to pick the gray, I put that on the base. Yep.
This on the base.
Yep. And then you can go with the gray. Yep. It could be any shade of the gray. Now there's also
Even
this
this
color.
lighter gray up here.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
One
And then
option we have.
but not a black, right? Like you don't
I
want a black
wouldn't do
kitchen
a black
table.
just because I think it's going to be too much of a contrast. Now I like you're keeping the chairs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll repaint
That's-
those too.
Yeah. Now the
probably.
other thing you could do, I almost like if you just did everything the one color and picked the color in the flower. Are you how do your heart
Which
set
color
on
in the
I
flower?
don't know.
The gray?
Yeah. It's like a
Do it as a
taupey
solid?
gray. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not.
Oh no, we're not.
No.
That's why. He
'Cause
wanted
I-
to start this week. I said, wait till Dina gets here.
Here's the reason why I say that. You've already got the black chairs, so if you're not going to match the chairs, it's going to be visually too much going on the table. Because think about it, then you're going to maybe put placemats, then you've got your food. It's like, wow. It almost becomes too stimulating when you eat. It's really strange,
Yeah.
but it's true. So I would just opt for a solid color and then do like that putty gray
As the whole solid
as the
color.
whole solid color, and then I would bring that color onto your end tables and the table that you're making, because then you're connecting the two spaces.
Because I had a friend who did the white on the bottom and then the gray on the top for her
Mhm.
house. But then she did this part of the chair gray and everything else was white, which was really cute too.
Right, but then it's just two colors
Right,
still,
right.
and that's
She's got a different, yeah.
and that's okay. But when you're bringing in that third color, it's just too much on something like this.
Okay.
So,
So if we're gonna leave the chairs the way they are,
mhm.
you could do that gray for the
Mhm.
whole thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, I think that would be beautiful.
That was our, I said before, or we were like, we'll paint the bottom and we can just stain the top,
Mhm.
you know.
And you might be able to find a light stain that's in that kind of that putty
Well,
gray color.
we were thinking about using the chalk paint.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Isn't
know
that
chalk
right?
paint.
Have you heard of chalk paint?
I have
Not
heard of it.
chalkboard paint.
Oh, I
Chalk-
have heard of
like
chalk
chalk.
paint. Yes, yes, yes. I've
That's-
not used it, but I have heard of it.
That's the recommendation.
What people are
Okay.
saying about that is that you don't have to. I mean, I will sand it down, but
Okay.
you don't have to.
Gotcha.
Chalk paint adheres really well to
Perfect.
almost anything.
Excellent. Okay. Well, here, honestly, it's nothing. It's just because I saw the color and I was like,
Ooh, it's nice and vibrant.
no, the inside is
Now
more
she's
color.
opening. We
Oh,
have
the inside.
Karen-
Oh,
Isn't that
Oh.
cute?
look at that. That's perfect.
I know. It's like, oh, everybody needs a journal on
We
their
will have
side
a
table.
journal in our little side
yeah, it
table.
matches
There
the
you go.
colors.
And it matches the colors.
You're awesome.
And it matches the flowers because it's the flower Star Wars. How
See, that's
geeky
why
am
we
I?
had you. Yeah, you're good. That's very pretty.
Isn't it pretty? So anyway, but this looks
And we
amazing.
also replaced this and that, the two light
the
fixtures.
lights
That
look
was sending you
great.
all the-
Yes. So, in the process of all this, some of the other changes that we talked about was light fixtures have really big impact for very little money when you're, in the grand scheme of a design. So what was there was the more of a traditional
Yeah,
style,
just
right?
like a black.
Right.
Yeah, with the two, almost
With
like
the two
reversed
globes,
of
that's
that,
right,
yeah.
yep. And so this is way more contemporary, which is the feel that you're going for, but not cold, which I like.
Yeah, me too. I like the little
Really
glass.
beautiful, and this is really cool.
This was just the builder's
Yes.
fluorescent
Oh, they
light.
got rid of
Right.
that.
Hallelujah, why do
Yeah.
they even use those?
Yeah.
They're awful.
And we did the beadboard.
And the beadboard looks great.
Yeah.
Love the
Like
beadboard.
that.
So if you watched the first time that we were here, you'll notice that their countertops are way different too.
Were they?
No, they were.
They were the blue.
Oh, they
Were they blue in the old one?
Yes,
Oh,
it's
gosh.
been
Has it been
that.
that long?
Okay.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
been over a year.
Yes.
17
All
months,
right.
I think.
All right.
Yes.
I thought that part was already there. Were the floors already? I know
The
the
floors
there.
were here.
Floors were
The
here.
floors were here.
All right. Yes, we
So-
did that right away, but we just
Yes.
didn't.
So explain the procedure because I've not done this, and
Okay,
it
so-
looks. So this is still your Formica countertop.
This is still the Formica builder's countertop.
Yep, yep.
And what we did was we got this kit from Gianni,
Okay.
which is a kit for redoing your countertops in this sort of marble look. And
love it.
there's a base black that
Okay.
you just paint over the whole thing. You really didn't have to do any prep work at all. You just paint it black.
Do you roll it or did you use a brush?
You roll it. It comes with a roller.
Okay,
The kit comes with
perfect.
everything that
So
you
it's
need.
a self-contained kit. You don't need to do anything except have this kit.
Well,
We added
we,
one thing.
we did a modification ourselves to it that
Okay.
I'll tell you about in a second.
Okay.
But so you
Yeah.
go
So
ahead
they
and
can.
do that.
No, I just want that they can see.
So you paint the whole thing black.
love it.
Then you sponge on the colors. It comes with there's a silver and then there's a rust color in
Right.
here,
Right.
a white or
For
something.
this black.
Yep.
And you just do that to your heart's content.
Until you get the look that you're
Until you
going
get the
for.
look that you
Yeah.
want. And I thought it was going to not come out very good, but it doesn't take you long to practice on a paper towel or
Sure.
something, and you get pretty good at it.
Sure.
And then the kit comes with a finish that goes over the top. But we had read online that that finish doesn't hold up real well in a kitchen kind of a thing. It's not.
Okay.
It chips a little bit, and you
Sure.
can get that. So I looked up and we did an epoxy resin on top of this, which is like a bar top.
Yes.
And so I had read about somebody else who had used the same kit and done
Okay.
it, and it worked. So I went and learned how to do epoxy resin, which is a little more complicated.
Sure.
And it's messy. It's very, very messy.
Okay.
And if you get real close and you run your hands, you can see it's not
It's not
perfect.
perfect.
There's little indentations and stuff.
yeah, but you can't see it. And to be honest, I like that. It provides texture,
Yeah, it is.
which
nice
I
and
think is cool.
we used the Gianni on the sides here. That's
Yeah, we didn't do the epoxy resin
I
on the
see.
sides.
That's
This is
just-
the Gianni sealing on the
Okay.
sides.
But then we poured that.
But this gives it more of
A sheen. And
Yeah.
not only that, but this is also a way more contemporary look, which is what you're going for, as opposed to the more of the satin finish, which is just your standard.
And we figured if it didn't work, we'll get new countertops.
Right.
But,
Well, that was kind
it
of
wasn't
what
very
we-
expensive to do
Sure,
this.
and that's kind of what we talked about. Go for it,
Right.
and if worst case scenario you replace them, then you replace them.
Right.
If that's what you were thinking you might do. Now, was the hardware the same, or did you change the hardware?
Changed mine.
I
Oh,
love it.
yeah.
I thought so.
Now, I
Okay.
didn't these were here.
Yes,
You know, the black,
yes,
the
yes,
cabinets. But I
okay.
did that, and we changed
Good.
it over there. I haven't
Good.
gotten to the sunroom yet.
That's okay.
Next.
No, but it makes such a big difference.
Yeah, once I put it on, I'm like, okay, now I see it. I
Yes.
just couldn't imagine it at first.
Yes, it really, really looks good. And the colors look great. And I have to tell you, now that I'm looking at the floor has the browns and the grays, which picks up your sofa. So everything works.
Yeah, that's what I
It's
was
not at nauseum matchy-matchy, which I hate. You know, the one thing that I like about your contemporary design is contemporary design is so like blocked by the book, but this has a little bit more personality to it. So I call it, contemporary with a flair.
There you go.
So, and it really does, that's my job, is to make sure your personality comes into the home, and that way it's not just, oh, look, this is what you see in the book. This
Right.
is your home, and it should be different.
What we like.
It looks so good. It looks so good. Okay, so what's next on your list?
Well, we want to do
The
the
table.
table.
The table's
So that's
definitely
what we were
next.
kind of, we were starting this
And
weekend
then-
on that.
Are you, what size coffee
Oh,
table
if you
are
were
you
going to do the
thinking?
coffee
I
table.
don't know. We haven't gotten really into planning, but probably something similar to
Okay.
that size.
Can I make a recommendation?
Yep.
Yep.
I would go a little bit longer because you've got such a wider space, and I would actually come a little bit, so I would make this, the footprint is gonna be more like here, here,
Okay, so bigger.
yeah, so bigger, because this room can handle it. And I think I think you really need that in
Oh,
here.
yeah.
And you're not gonna obstruct your walkway, so don't
No.
worry about that, that's gonna be fine. And then, especially if you're gonna get rid of this, you definitely need something that's gonna have a little bit more substance to it.
Would an L shape? Do people even do L-shaped kind of coffee tables since it fits in there?
Go for it. I
Would
think
that be
that's
weird?
great. No, and I love that. And you know what else you could do in the middle? Put this in the
Oh,
middle
like
of
a
the L.
little
So,
seating thing.
so then you're gonna have the other one come here, and that's just right there. It almost becomes extra seating, and then you could just plop yourself down and watch TV. So I would do the L. I love that idea. I think that's a great idea. Yeah, you could totally do that.
Games and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm
Yeah.
getting into woodworking, so I'm getting more and more confidence about things I can do.
I think that's great. I think that's great.
Carol Stanfield.
Hi,
joined
Carol.
in. Douglas Hart.
Oh, hey, Doug. From
Tina,
high school.
Tina Wiseman.
Hi, Tina.
Hillary said, so cool, love the green.
Yes,
It's super
green is
fresh,
great.
perfect for a movie night.
And match.
Oh, he said he wouldn't be able
That's
to
our
watch.
beach wall.
Oh,
That's our beach wall.
I'm at the beach.
I'm wondering if his plane got delayed because Carl was watching.
Oh, hi, Carl. It's my brother.
Aw.
He's at the airport.
Kevin McManus.
Hi, Kevin.
Maybe he'll break in with a news report on that Green Day night.
Okay, one thing is bothering me still.
Okay.
All right. That light fixture.
Okay.
Is that what you're going to say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just do something that's gonna
Maybe
echo what
silver,
you've got
silver,
going on,
yeah.
or just a globe that's clear.
Yeah, it's a way more like traditional
It's
kind of
way,
a.
it's what you
look.
used to be.
Yeah.
Country traditional.
Yeah.
This is kind of a, so depart from that. And
Okay.
then, yeah, I think
Your
that would. But yeah, that will be very cool.
Should I use a different flower? Like I just put that back up. I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'll go get a different flower because that was adding another color.
Yeah, I would
So
definitely.
that's what I was
Yep.
thinking too. Just,
Yep.
Maybe I'll see if I can find a green or something.
Yeah, if you could do a really deep, rich green,
Mhm.
that would be nice.
So we also
That
have
would be-
Ann Topper,
Hi, Anne.
Tracy Green.
Oh, Tracy. It's our across the street neighbor. She
Oh.
moved.
Used to be.
Oh,
yeah.
Used to be.
They chased him away.
You'll see them at the
Scared
wedding.
them.
They'll be at the wedding.
good.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I'm caught up on people who joined and on.
Does anyone have any
I don't know
questions?
if I mentioned
Facebook
Marco.
Livers.
Did I mention Marco?
Hi, Marco. Facebook Livers, if you have any questions, ask away. We've got a woodwork expert and also a table, a kitchen countertop.
And one thing that you
Expert.
changed since we were here last is you painted your windowsills in the kitchen black.
Did we do that?
Right?
No, that was there.
Yeah.
That was
That
there.
wasn't
I
already-
think that was there because
That was
I
already
s-
black?
It
I
was.
still need to fix the
was?
sunroom one and make it white.
Oh, maybe you're talking about painting more.
Right, and
In
I
their
said,
black
and
or
I
something?
said,
Is
and
that
I
the
said, don't
idea?
do that.
Because it's a
Gotcha.
separate room.
It's a
she
separate
decided.
room. Yep.
Gotcha.
But I had already done the black there, and I
And
painted
that's
those
fine.
back to the white.
Yep,
Mm.
and that's fine.
Because I remember asking.
Yep.
for
And I think the space behind you there, we're thinking
With that
about
little black,
a little
thin black
thin
table. you
table
Yep.
wanted.
of some
Yep,
sort
a
there.
little
It seems-
sideboard.
If I found
yeah.
anything
Yep.
I liked, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and it, you know, just it'll
Just
happen
Poke around. Yeah.
when you know it'll call your name. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. I was just looking at this crooked. And I have some more of that material. I'm going to make another panel, but again, those are the
Perfect.
things that you're going to do one of
Okay.
these days. So each side will have two more panels.
Yes, we
on it,
talked
just
about
have-
that, so
yeah,
it just has a
just
little
have
bit
it, yeah,
more
thickness.
Oh,
body
the
to
fabric?
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I have it. I just
Yep.
haven't done anything with it.
This is really fantastic. And the other thing, because this still has that country feel,
Right.
so when you go to just that gray color, the putty color, I call it putty, but it's like a, you know,
No.
that
Taupey almost.
taupey,
right?
yeah, it's almost like a taupe color. I really think that that'll make a big difference, and then it'll kind of be away from, actually, you know what? It's really similar to this color,
Where do you think that's
to the
at?
deeper,
It's a little darker.
it's a little
Little
darker, yeah.
It's more similar to,
Yeah,
to
it's-
that.
So lighter than that,
Yeah,
but
rather than
but I like it with color-wise. I think it goes really well. Do you see what I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah,
The,
that'll
like
look-
that puttier color
color.
just looks really good. Actually, I kind of even like. Yeah, that's
Think so.
pretty. Maybe a hair lighter than this,
a
but
hair
this
liner,
is
but yeah.
that's a pretty good. As far as a color to go.
I mean, I just picked this because it's got the color.
Oh,
but
right.
The dog food, but. I
Yeah,
don't know.
similar to that. That's not. That's a little bit dark
Kind of a
too.
little too gunmetal.
It's a
More
little
sheen.
too, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And I don't think you, I don't know if you'd want to do a sheen here too. I think that's going to be too much sheen with the countertops.
Yeah.
So I'd
At one
probably
point,
do-
I was thinking about putting the epoxy resin over top of this too, but I think a bar top on this wouldn't be very.
I think
It
it's,
wasn't,
I
Too
think it's
shiny.
gonna exactly, and I think it's gonna compete then with your countertops. Your countertops really are the showpiece. They look amazing. So I don't want to compete with that. That's really stunning.
And then how about now? I'm just looking at that.
This
does
has
that
to be
need to
painted,
be?
yeah.
That's
So
what
I would do this, whatever color you're deciding to do throughout the house, the black, I think that would be really pretty, or, you know, really, really dark brown like the couch. Whatever that color is, carry it throughout the house.
on all this
On
little-
all of
oh,
the,
stuff.
yeah. So just decide whatever color that is, and you can either stain it or paint it. You can look up the Java Gel and see
Okay.
what stain colors it comes in, because that stuff is so easy,
Okay.
and it is durable. It is really durable.
Yeah, because the replace banisters is
Oh,
big
it's
bucks.
it's crazy expensive.
I was
It's
like, whoa.
yeah, it's not worth it.
Stephanie Gill joined in, Haley Clark,
Hi, Stephanie. She's also from high school. Hi, Haley.
and Facebook keeps changing how these things work. I've noticed that now you're allowed to wave at people on Facebook when they join, so I waved at a whole bunch of people.
Good job,
Yeah, I'm very good at waiting. Okay, so now once you're done with all of this space, what is your next big project? Are you thinking about going into here? You're gonna do the floors.
Yeah, we want. Well, yeah, we'll either sand those and redo. The carpet needs to go. That's.
Okay.
I mean, the blue needs to go.
Okay.
That's
The
nice.
carpet that goes up the stairs and
Right,
then
and all the way
it
up
goes
to our
into all
landing.
Sure. Well, that was the country blue
Yeah.
that you had
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Countertops and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff. Yeah. So what are you replacing with carpet, or are you gonna? Is there wood under there, or what are you?
No, that was just.
I think we
That's
would
what the
just do
builder
it
put
with
in.
carpet.
Okay.
Yeah, probably just carpet.
Okay.
Probably similar to what goes down the stairs there into the basement, right?
Yeah, like this used to, the dining room, living room used to be the blue too. That's the only thing we replaced.
Okay.
Because of that. But this
Okay.
is more like that.
Gotcha.
that
Oh yeah, the frige.
Frige.
Mhm. And it has all the colors in it,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
Like that.
Can you still get that?
I don't know.
Okay. Because that would be nice.
Something, yeah, similar to that.
Right.
Yeah, when I have the carpet people come out, I'll have to
Okay.
see. I'm trying to think how old that is now. That's got to be at least 10 years.
And then painting, you know.
this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like you helped us with the color already.
Right.
And then painting these back white.
Right.
You know.
Because that's no longer in anymore.
Yep.
Now you need to have your white
back.
columns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that
Joanna
would be-
Kelly is watching. Let me wave at Joanna.
Hi, Joanna.
We've now been electronically
Baptist
waved
Church.
at.
Your shoes are not tied anymore.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
looking for a shutter, like you said, like something up there.
Excellent.
So I've been looking. I haven't
Good.
found anything. That picture's completely
Good.
crooked.
So the
but
other thing that I'm
This
looking,
light fixture.
the light
Oh,
fixture.
yeah.
So the one thing you could do if you want to, save some money, you could take it down and spray it. It's going to be hard. You have to take the glass panels out, and then you've got to spray that and do it more either black or the really deep gunmetal.
Okay.
That would save you some money. It's just going to be a pain in the tuchus.
Yeah.
That's why it sits
That's
there
why it's
like
still
that.
sitting there.
You might actually be
Yeah.
better off
Just
finding
replace it.
an inexpensive, which you can.
Yeah.
They're not that
No, that's
expensive,
fine.
and then just
I'm
replace
thinking,
it.
how many light bulbs do we have left that work? Because
Oh.
that's the only reason why. That's the builder too. That's 19 years.
How would you even
So
get
you've
to
not
that?
changed those light bulbs
A regular ladder is not going to be tall enough.
No,
yet? That's
you,
hysterical.
That's
no,
got-
so when it
an
goes,
extension
guys,
ladder that goes
That's
up.
got to be, well, I don't know, 15, 20 feet in the
Yeah.
air.
Yeah.
I mean, that's way up there.
Jeez.
Suspend your son over there. Yeah, those are the
I can't believe those are the original light bulbs.
Original light bulbs.
Those are the original
They've
light
never been
bulbs.
replaced.
Wow.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, well, two of them are still working.
right. That's why we're still
Don't
good.
jinx it.
Once the other two go out, we got to move.
Now you who knew?
Like,
The lights are out. Time to go.
that's what we're waiting on.
No, this is all good.
I mean, this is our old couch, but it's just
It's
it's
there
just
right
there
now.
because
Oh,
I
yeah.
Get it.
can't get it down to the basement.
Basement, so we just
Oh,
had
you're
it
putting
made.
it in the basement?
I don't know. I just don't want to get rid of it.
Right.
Like hold on to it to
Okay.
get the kids
Just
or
one of the
something.
girls,
Right,
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
But
That's
for
true.
right now, it's
Gotcha.
It's got more pieces, but those big pieces won't fit down.
That was in there, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So
Yes,
that's what
I
it was.
remember.
So
Yep.
we're just for right now.
Okay.
That room looks nice and full.
All right,
Right.
so let's recap and make sure that we know what we did. So we went from country. You can still see remnants of country with the stars hanging and and the floor, the dried flowers on the wall. That's all very country still.
Who are these young, good-looking people?
Ah!
Yes, the story of Jennifer and Corey.
26 years ago.
Wow.
Got us beat by a year. Wow. So here's still, some of the country with the flowers and just some of the pieces are still a little bit country. And then you walk into the kitchen and you're like, wow, what's going on here? And it's a totally different contemporary vibe. And contemporary with a personal twist, which I love. They have their own personality in it. It's not matchy-matchy. If you look at the floor, that's not what you would typically see in a contemporary. Usually it would be like one solid color. So this is great. It then brings you right into the family room with the sofa that does have the dark browns with the charcoal. And then of course the gorgeous green. What, do you remember the color, the name of it? By chance, I can't remember the name of the
Gorgeous
color.
green.
Gorgeous green. But the green looks great, and everything looks, the new furniture, the pillows that Jennifer made. Where'd she go? She left. But she actually made these pillows with some leftover fabric. Looks fantastic. And then the next step is to potentially either make an L-shaped coffee table or just a larger rectangle.
With a matching side table.
With a
to get
matching
rid of
side
that
table.
fuzzy thing.
Yep, absolutely. And then this is gonna go more of the taupey putty
Yep.
gray color. These are staying. And you don't really even need to do anything, even though that these are worn, that
That kinda
actually, it works.
Looks nice, yeah.
It works. It brings a little bit of, just warmth to it. So we're calling this contemporary with a flair.
Flair. There you go.
All right, we have a late joiner. This is where we're about to wrap up here. Julie Gaber.
Hi, Julie!
So I'll electronically wave at you too. There you go. You've been waved.
So, this is a success.
We love it.
I would say. And of course, decoratingdatenight.com is where you can watch the initial episode if you want to see the before. It's season 1, episode 6. That is the initial
And this one's going to be season 2, episode 5.
5. Yep. And the other thing that we like to do is we like to support the Marriage Resource Center. So if anybody wants to make a contribution, then you can do that. We don't charge for this, but we ask that you do support that very worthy cause. You guys are involved in that too, right?
No, we
Yes,
just
yeah.
we just did the training to be mentors actually.
Wow. So
Marriage mentors.
So don't screw up any marriages.
Yep, that's
Pressure's
right.
on.
Pressure's on.
There's a vote of confidence.
I was training.
I was teasing. So they trained you on how to just kind
Well,
of.
if they've made all the mistakes, they've got to figure
Right.
it out.
Yeah.
They
We
pick
wish.
us old, ripe
Right,
people
yes.
in order to do it. All right. Well, let's come in with it for a selfie. Where
I
should
gotta-
we be?
Gotta flip it around, I
You
guess.
know, around.
I like it.
All right, it's flipped around. Where should we be?
Here, let's get some more light.
Okay.
I should flip this around so I have more light on us this way too.
You want
Okay.
some green or the
Oh, that's I don't know. Where do you want to
Yeah,
be?
let's go in
Let's
here
go
where
in
you
here?
can get the.
green?
We'll get maybe
The
this
beautiful
in the background
green.
here.
Yes, there we go.
Get the green.
Yay!
Selfie back this way.
Try not to step on the dogs. Okay, here we
Here, I'll move
go.
over this way.
Okay.
You come
I'll
over
come
this
in
way.
here. Oh, I can't see. Are we all in? Where's
Wait, get
Corey?
Corey in.
There
There
he
you
is.
There we go.
go. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Please share.